Hi guys, how was your Valentine's Day? Since this month is all about romance, I really want to hear about how your Valentine's Day went. Come and share it in the Facebook group Intuitive Healing with Ali Duzette. And yesterday we worked on putting in some new boundaries around our romantic uh, energy, our romance energy fields. And today we're going to just do a mass cleanup of whatever's going on inside of that energy for us. Yesterday we put in this boundary that looks like a big best friend's heart, half of a necklace around ourselves. It's like bigger than us. And today we're gonna just clean through that energy with a comb. I literally want you to imagine this. A comb with very wide, oh my gosh, what is the word of that? Tines, I guess, little tines on the comb. And we're gonna comb through that energy field. And when you find a big block of stuff, we're gonna pull it out, okay? The stuff that we're gonna find in there, what we're combing for is specifically old memories and old energies that don't belong in there. So there's a lot, but we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this for a couple of minutes, okay? We're not gonna do it all day. You can come back and watch this video again as many times as it takes. Now you will know how to do it yourself, so you can just do it. But let me see. I just had a thought. Let me see if it's real. I thought when you comb hair, I never brush my own hair, obviously, but for my straight-haired children, I brush their hair and you brush from the bottom so that you're not trying to get a tangle here and like brush it out. You brush the bottom and then you move up an inch and brush from there, and then you move up and brush from there. I'm like, do we have to do this with the best friend's heart, our romance energy? And I think I'm getting a yes. So we're gonna start about an inch above our ankles and we're gonna comb that energy out. Imagine it over your feet, and we're gonna comb that energy out. When things get stuck on those tines, we're gonna push them through and have angels come and remove them. If they won't remove, that's okay. We're gonna set them aside. So we're gonna start above the ankles and just go down. The angels will vacuum up what can go. What can't go goes off to the side. When you're ready, we're gonna go to the mid calf and comb it down. Anything that needs to go, the angels are gonna vacuum that out. If they can't, we're gonna set it to the side. We're gonna come back to these things. Now comb from your knee down, combing out any big tangles and these big blocks of energy that don't belong there. Angels vacuum up what can be vacuumed up, and what cannot goes off to the side. That's good. Okay, we're gonna go to the mid thigh and comb out that energy, vacuuming out what doesn't belong there, and setting off to the side what we can't vacuum up. Be sure to take your deep breaths. Okay, we're gonna go from the very top of the thighs, but not the pelvic girdle, if that makes sense. So just your thighs down, combing out that energy with this energetic comb, taking out what can be taken out and setting aside the things that cannot be vacuumed up yet. Ooh, shake it out. We don't have to know what these things are. In your mind, they'll probably just feel like blobs or just like blockages of gunk, okay? That's perfect. We're gonna comb through the pelvic girdle. And I know as I do, I'm like, oh, some people's entire pelvic girdle region is just a big giant block, and we may not be able to move the comb through. Let me ask what to do with this. I'm like, Lord, what do we do? I'm seeing our creator send down light to that area that breaks up that coagulated mass of blockage and breaks it down into like finer materials, maybe not sand, but like pebbles, and it's just breaking it up. And one piece by piece, angels are coming and removing what can be removed and setting off the stuff to the side that can't be removed yet. So let's hold the space for that for maybe 4 breaths. I did that too soon. Here's number 4. Okay. And we're just gonna like imagine a broom kind of sweeping out this goo from our pelvic girdle. Okay. Yeah, vacuuming up what can go, setting aside what cannot go. Okay, and I'm hearing we need to pause here and deal with this pile that could not go yet. So I'm pulling all of that pile in front of me. What do we need to know about it? But immediately I hear it hurts. It hurts so bad. How can I just let it go? This energy ruined my life. It hurt my heart. I can never get over it. I have built my soul around it. I built my romantic concept around it. How can I ever recover from letting go of this? Whew. And actually now some of it can go. So let's have angels vacuum up now what can go. Oh, I notice this eyebrow looks different than this eyebrow, but it's because of the light, I think. Okay. Let's shake it out. Okay, there's something else there. What do we need to know? Abuse, assault, neglect, lies, betrayal, sexual betrayal. I hear the word cheating. I hear rejection. I hear just like a scream. So hear that scream really loud. Make it louder, louder, louder until it pops and just is done. And feel that click and things start to move. Oh, have the angels vacuum up what can go. The stuff that still can't go, we're going to hammer it down into dust. And now we're going to see if the angels can vacuum it up and flow from the pelvic girdle down with light. That looks good to me. That looks really good. You may need to do this again, but for the preliminary go round, I'm like, okay, this is okay. It's good. Okay. Let's, I'm like, is it safe to move up? Let me look at my plans for the rest of, for the rest of the month. Okay. Oh, I do want to get this done today, but it just feels like so much to put you through. If you need a break, pause, come back to this tomorrow, but I'm going to keep going. Okay, we're going to go from our belly button down. And now that from our pelvic girdle down, it should be clearer. It should not be super hard, but there is a lot of heavy stuff in there, especially around sexual betrayal, around, I'm seeing trauma from things like miscarriage and stillbirth and fertility drama that affects the relationship, all of this kind of thing. That we're specifically acknowledging sexual trauma in that area, specifically acknowledging fertility and infertility trauma in that area. Ooh. Inviting God's divine light to come and break it into smaller pieces and vacuuming up the little pieces that can go. And we're going to send in light that teaches our system we don't have to hold on to that trauma forever. We experienced it. We've suffered for a long time. And now it can be safe to let this energy be recycled. It doesn't mean that we didn't get hurt. It didn't make our experiences less meaningful. They're incredibly meaningful and will remain meaningful to the end of our lives and beyond. They are meaningful for eternity. Our bodies don't have to hold the record of that. We don't have to use those things to sabotage our relationships out of self-punishment. We don't have to do that. Okay, I heard a little click. Okay, let's clear out that energy. It should mostly be ready to go now. Acknowledging some guilt and shame over a person's perceived role in her own abuse and fertility, infertility issues, clearing that out. I'm going to recommend the guilt session, the blame session, the jealousy session, the, oh, brain, come on. Anyways, go to allyduzetclasses.com, scroll on down. There's a ton of things that will match up. If you get the fancy membership, they're all in there and you can just like blast through them and shift your life. Okay. Very good. Okay, we're going to go now from the solar plexus on down. So right, kind of like the bottom of your rib cage on down, combing that out. I see the comb getting stuck on this big blob in the solar plexus region that has to do with our sense of self and identity. And it's just like the wounds that through romance and sexuality have wounded our sense of self. Ooh, just talking about it, I'm like feeling the energy. It can be safe to live without crafting my identity around things that happened out of trauma. I don't have to have my identity crafted around trauma. Releasing that, breathe it out. We're going to send that divine light to come pulverize that blockage and vacuum that out and set off what can't be vacuumed out to the side. We're going to go from, nope, from here down. The heart has a ton of stuff. You know what? We're gonna pause here and do more tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, guys. And so pause. Don't do the heart yet, actually. Don't do it. We're gonna keep it with our identities. Undo, delete. Don't work on the heart yet. We're gonna work on it tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna see you then.